What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of the One Punch Man segment of the Drug Knight podcast. Today, we're going to be covering One Punch Man season 2. Sorry for the delay. We did have some personal reasons behind the delay of the One Punch Man series, but we do have our Attack on Titan series up for your entertainment and viewing pleasure,
It's very
Kindly.
funny because one of our people put memes in it.
Yeah, we really appreciate the editing efforts of Anurag that went into that video. But yeah, for this episode, obviously it's me and
No
Tushar.
memes.
Yeah, no memes because I'm the serious editor apparently. But yeah, it's me and Tushar. We're gonna cover the AOT. No, we're gonna cover OPM season 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the main thing we're gonna talk about when we say OPM season 2, the animation downgrade.
Yeah, animation was really like it was good. It was good, but then
It
compared
was,
to like
yeah, as
season
a, as
one, it was suspicious.
As a standalone anime, I would give that animation, pretty decent
Yeah, pretty
7 or
decent.
8 on
Yeah,
10 because you did have your fight scene in episode 11, or you had your Garo versus Tank Top Master fight scene, which
yeah.
looked really good, and you
Mm,
had the Garo versus like all the you had Garo versus like 11 heroes,
mm,
11 A class heroes,
yeah,
and that's like that was a pretty decent fight, right? Like those
mm.
fights were very well animated, but there are like some fights that they didn't do justice to, like the Metal Bat versus Garo fight. I was super excited for that fight.
Yeah. But then they put us down because
You need the budget for,
animation. Yes.
yeah, and you need the budget for the later fights, the
I
important
I
fights.
think what they did with like season one was like it's a new anime, right? And it's a parody anime, so everybody was just like, let's just give money to it. Let's go for it.
No, season 1 actually ran on like a pretty mediocre budget. The thing is, season 1 was so reliant on exporting, like what did not export, like outsourcing the work to
Uh,
different studios, because the guy who directed season 1 didn't come back for like season 2 because they didn't want like how Attack on Titan season 1 and season 2 had like this huge 4 fucking year delay.
yeah, yeah,
And yeah, exactly, they didn't want that to happen to like One Punch Man. They didn't want it to like fade into obscurity of sorts. So they like looked for a quick animation stuff and they got JC stuff. Now here's the thing. JC stuff is not known for action. JC
yeah.
stuff is known for Sakuraso no Pet no Kanojo, which is like,
I've never heard of. I've never heard. Of.
it's a very good anime if you're into comedy. It's a very good
Okay,
anime.
okay. I've been
Okay.
searching for a bunch of comedy anime. I haven't found a single one. So yeah, thanks for that. I'll
Yeah,
check.
I'll DM it to you if you want. But
Okay.
like, yeah, that anime, then it's known for Food Wars and a
Oh,
certain
okay.
scientific index series, which is pretty good. A certain magical index, my bad, which is like pretty good. But like they're not primarily known for, having amazing action scenes or
Mm,
anything like that. Like
mm,
they're known for having the most bare bones action scenes ever, right? And so to
yeah,
give One Punch Man season 2 to JC Staff was like
yeah.
a huge decision. And to be
Why did they
honest,
do that though? Why did they do that? They shouldn't have.
as I said, they didn't want like the anime to like sort of fade into obscurity like it happened with AOT, with the guy waiting for Wit Studios to be free before animating season 2, which is like it took 4 full years or 3 or 4 years or
Mm,
something like that. Like at the rate we were going, we would have gotten One Punch Man season 2 uh like this year or next year.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. Like OPM, they wanted it to, be animated quickly so that it remained relevant. And the thing is, JC staff, they did pretty well. They did pretty well considering the time frame. They did pretty well considering they had never done action anime particularly before,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
And the thing was, they were relatively like, I mean, as much as like I am I meme on the animation of season 2, like
Yeah.
especially the metal textures, which
Yeah.
was just sort of depressing to look at, right? Yeah, those metal textures aside, like, oh, they animated really well. Like I'm pretty sure they got one of the guys who works on Fire Force to animate one of the last two episodes. The one
Because
was
the last episode, the one where Silverfang was beating up Garo,
yeah,
that was well edited. That was
yeah,
really
like
well.
Garo versus Death Gatling had some of like
That
the
was
most
also, yeah,
insane
yeah,
animation I've seen.
yes, yes.
Genos versus Garo was okay. Like nothing was particularly on par with what we saw in
Dude,
season one.
when Genos and Saitama fought in not fought, but then like toyed around with
Hard. Yeah,
in
exactly.
um season one, that animation that just
Yeah, this is
top
like
class.
season one. The thing is, season one has just such a god tier level of animation
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
cannot like you cannot
It's
like even.
See, it's a downgrade, but it's still good.
Yeah, it's a downgrade, but it's still good because you went from like a 15 on 10 to a 8 on 10, so you're just gonna be like, what the fuck? But
Yeah, yeah.
considering that the first
But
one was a 15
it's
on
still
10,
8 on 10 is really good. 80% is amazing too.
exactly. Like
Hmm.
so that's some of our board marks, so we try to be positive, right? So
Yeah. Let's moving on from the disappointment
okay,
that we are.
yeah, exactly.
What do you think is gonna happen in season three?
Season three. Well, I know what happens in season three. I read the manga,
Uh, uh,
but I hope season
why do
three
you
is
have to
taken over
spoil
by like
everything? Why do you have to spoil everything?
I I like season.
Why do you read the manga and spoil everything? For like Kaguya-sama read the talk
Did I
about
give
what
you
we
spoilers? Did I
no,
give you
what's the
spoilers?
future? We couldn't like talk about the future of anything because you keep reading the manga stuff.
Obviously, I read the manga. I wanted to know what happened in the fucking next. Like, I wanted to know what happened next. Right? I'm not
Okay,
gonna
is
like
it
sit
good?
here in
Is the
suspense.
story decent?
Yeah, it's pretty decent. I
Okay, so
actually, I'm
hopefully,
waiting for them to. I'm waiting for them to draw this thing, like the web comic, right? I don't like
yeah.
the art style for the web comic. It's shit. It's actually shit.
So
Okay,
hopefully the
I'm
anime
waiting
stuff.
for them to. I'm waiting for the mangaka to like
Okay.
finish drawing the um what do you call it? I'm waiting for the mangaka to finish drawing the latest like webcomic chapters and shit. Because the webcomic art style, like the mangaka, I forgot his name, but he's like insane in terms of like art style and everything. Like he added so many frames. He added like so many panels between like the actual action scenes in the webcomic. He's like making a part of the story flow and everything by himself to compare one of the arcs in the webcomic, right?
Yeah.
One of the arcs in the webcomic was like 46 pages, but like in the manga it was like 102 page, I think. Like that's how much extra work he's doing into it. But like as far as how good it is in the manga at the moment, first off, there's plenty of chapters to cover to catch up with the manga, right?
Mm.
And there's plenty of this thing to catch up with the manga. Then the other thing is there's a lot of what do you call it? Like if it's animated by the same people who did season one, it's gonna look absolutely fucking insane because
Mm.
it is completely action based. There's
Oh,
it's
okay,
it's it's
fine.
it's like My Hero Academia overhaul arc level of action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just fucked on. It's more than that. Like you got some of the most insane looking battles in that
Hmm.
like this thing. So if it's animated by some really really good like studio, it's gonna like shine a lot, right? But if it's animated like if you give it to JC staff and you give them more time, they will probably be able to do it. But if you give it to the people who animated Seven Deadly Sins season 3, you're gonna make me kill myself.
Okay, so depend. The story is good, but depending on the art style, we'll see if the whole arc itself becomes good or not.
Not the art style necessarily, the animation, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Animation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's
the
100%.
the story is there. The story is there. But like
But,
season two, in terms of tonal shift from season one,
mm,
it's gone like it's gone a very different direction. Season two being like season one being like completely based on parody, and
yeah,
season
yeah.
two is like we got
The
this
thing
cool
is,
villain.
with season one, it was just a joke. The entire story was a joke, and it was so clear that it was a joke. Everything.
Exactly.
But the thing with what do you call the thing with season two was that one side was extremely funny, and the
Yeah.
exact opposite side it was like dark and actually violent and stuff like that. You know.
I mean, I wouldn't really say dark because
But yeah, but
Garo is
then
a Garo is a
serious, yeah,
very relatable character.
serious. Hmm.
Yeah, go on. No, I was waiting
Yeah,
for you.
so because it was serious, like the shift in tone, but then it keeps switching from like serious to funny, funny to serious, funny to serious. It keeps shifting like that. So because of that, I didn't really like season two as much as I like season one because it gave me a funny impression, and
Yeah,
it
I like.
from that to like the serious tone, I didn't expect it before watching season two, so
So
I
yeah,
didn't really like it that much.
so like season two had like a bit more of a serious story, which you didn't
Yeah,
expect.
it was there was a proper like serious story behind backstory. Everything was there. But season one
I
was like
mean,
full parody. It just had me laughing for like God
yeah,
knows
but
long.
that's the thing. Like season two, Garo as a character, I actually like really enjoy Garo as a character. He's like the
Okay,
most
yeah, they're good. They're good characters, but then like based on like what I've seen before, it wasn't fitting for me.
so like
It was
subjective.
yeah, subjective wise, it wasn't that fitting. But then it by itself, it was good. The
Yeah, I
characters are
mean,
good, the story is good. Just that the
I
contrast between parody and serious. That's the only problem with me.
I enjoyed that the series took itself a bit more seriously because the thing is like especially in the manga now you have like a proper plot line and driving force and shit like that,
Oh,
right?
okay, okay.
You have like a proper plot line and driving force and shit like that, but you never change the fact that Saitama is still the one shot god.
Yeah, that's the thing. See, if you when we watch season one or we read the manga at the season one part, like nobody would expect it to have a plot line.
Yeah, I'll tell you like
Parody.
it,
It's just stupid. It's just fun. Then
yeah,
that's
like
when I like went to season two and I was like, what the hell is this? Why is this a story?
no, I personally enjoyed the comedy of season two even more because of the dark contrast. Because you had that fight with Suiru and that really really tall guy. I forgot his name.
Yeah, yeah,
Monster fight. Yeah, exactly. Where Suiru got completely wrecked.
yeah.
Right. That fight, like it had like a pretty dark tone, and you had him like lying on the ground screaming for somebody to help him, and you had
Mm,
all this build up and shit, and the next thing you know, Saitama just punches that guy's head off, and it just comes
yeah.
flying in and lands on the stadium. I'm like,
That's it went from like serious, extremely serious to like funny. So it just like a huge jump was
exactly. Like, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, what I really like is like they have all this build up and shit, and
there.
then they just bring everything crashing down by introducing Saitama into it, and that's like the funniest shit ever to me.
See, the
Because
thing
see,
is, I
you got
would
it's I'm more like see season two, like it's still parodies
yeah,
majority of it's still a parody because you're gonna notice that like especially in the Garo versus Tank Top Master fight, for example, right?
yeah.
You had Moomin Rider just fucking barge in And Moomin Rider is like the ideal shonen protagonist, right?
No, but then
He's
I
just
love
like,
Woman Rider so much. Oh my god, even in season one,
yeah, exactly. But
he's
he's just like,
just so
I'm
nice.
gonna fight. Exactly. He's like, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna protect the people like a
He's
shonen
just
protagonist.
he's see for me, I feel like he would be the Tom Holland of the One Punch Man series without Spider-Man powers. He just have a cycle.
He just has a cycle. That's his superpower. He
Yeah,
can
that's
cycle.
his superpower.
Like, dude,
But
that's the thing.
I
Moomin
love
Rider.
him. I love his confidence. I love his positive attitude. He's an amazing character. He's
My
from
favorite part about Moomin Rider is he's just like there and he's like, I can do it. I
and
can
he's
do it.
caught up in the
And
worst
then he just gets
worst
screwed. And then
places.
he just gets screwed.
He,
It's like
it's because he gets caught up in the worst places. Even in
he
season
gets
one, he was caught up in the worst place possible. He was beat up so bad.
exactly. He's like you got like this hero who is just, the got the bare minimum powers. Like he doesn't even have powers. It's a
Not even
normal guy
powers.
on a cycle. It's a normal guy on a cycle cycling around and helping people, and you're putting him against the deep seeking, right? And like that's
Exactly.
the thing. In season one, I really expected like Moomin Rider will awaken some power or some shit like that. That expectation
Oh,
was
okay.
completely subverted the moment
Uh-huh.
the deep seeking just sort of bitch slapped him across the room.
Yeah, yeah. That was kind
And
of
that's
sad.
the
I
same
kind of
thing.
felt bad. I really
You
felt
know,
bad.
like you feel bad for Moomin Rider, but it's like you don't get that shouting power up you get in normal showman. You don't get that shouting power up you get in normal shonen anime. And then you
Yeah.
got Saitama just like sort of
This is
barging
one.
in and just one shotting everybody, and that's like the most entertaining part of it all,
Yeah, true.
you know. And that's the thing, like season two, especially, what I find is like, for example, in the last episode of season two, you had Elder Centipede, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Elder Centipede was built up so much that Bang and Blast also together could
Yeah.
take him on. Genos was about to self destruct in order to kill Elder Centipede. And then you had the two biggest memes just sort of come there, subvert your expectation, and just sort of one shot. Like all that build up, and you just like sort of bring it crashing down at the last moment. And I'm just
Yeah,
like, yo, that is the best shit ever. That is comedy. That
I
is fun.
feel like
Like,
the last episode, right? The last episode and the last two episode was rushed.
the last episode was actually just the way it is in the manga.
But I feel like that part of it was rushed, like as in like even including the manga, it was rushed because it went from like Silverfang beating up regular Garo, and he just immediately became like the villain, the demon version, and then he like
No,
Saitama
no,
just
no, no. Garo's like that's the thing. I'm not giving you manga spoilers, but Garo's like not nearly close enough to the power level. Uh,
oh,
yeah, this is
wait,
he's still
is he?
human.
Yeah,
Garo's
okay,
still
fine.
human. Like once you I was like, wait, is the red hair or red haired Garo like the monster Garo or anything or
Yeah, even
anything
I
like
thought
that?
he was a monster.
And I read the manga, and we're like way far away from that. You're like at least on the minimum you're 50 chapters back. On the
Damn,
minimum. I'm pretty sure it's significantly more than that. I don't remember exactly, so I'm not gonna take any risks, but you're like way off.
damn.
Garo's just gonna get like more and
Is he
more
still
insane.
important in the
Season
manga?
the manga Garo, like the manga is still covering the Garo arc, right? But like you got some pretty good fights for Flashy Flash, Atomic Samurai, you know,
Mm.
Fat Pig. I think
Yeah.
that's the name. You know, the thing is, it's the manga is really entertaining. You got a really good Child Emperor fight in the manga.
Okay, okay, okay. Child.
Like you
Oh yeah,
think Child Emperor is just a joke? Child Emperor is goat.
yeah. I mean, there's a reason he's an S class.
Exactly. You get a really good Child Emperor fight, but
Mm.
like that's about it. Like the manga, once it gets animated, I'm really waiting for it to get animated because I want to see all the fights because there's just that good.
Okay, okay. So season
Exactly.
three is most probably gonna be like full action themed.
Season three will be like a bit more focused on Garo, and then like I say around six, you'll get around 4 to 6 episodes where it's just going to be like some build
Backstory.
up. Yeah, like not
Oh,
backstory necessarily, build up, right? And then it's
okay.
going to be episode 6 to 12 or something like that. That's going to be like really action packed, and then you're just going to have the entirety of season 4 being just complete insanity.
Oh, okay.
And like,
Okay.
yeah, that's about
Hopefully
it.
it comes out
But
soon. And
bro,
do you think?
we forgot to discuss the main thing about the entirety of season 2.
What's up?
He saw how in season 1 King was built up to be the strongest
Yeah.
human ever. And then episode 2
Okay,
of season 1,
he plays PSP, dude.
he's playing, he's playing dating sims on his PS.
I,
He's playing fucking Doki Doki Literature Club.
I mean, the dating sim version, not the psycho
Yeah,
version.
the dating sim version. Dude, he's got like 100 luck. His superpower is his luck.
Yeah, it's the Superman is like how the hell did he reach number one, dude? He
He reached S class
uh,
because he was always at the site whenever Saitama got killed somebody.
yeah, yeah.
Saitama just got bored and walked off, and King would just somehow be there, and everybody's just like, "Whoa, it was King."
King is so good, man.
Dude, that was like the best shit ever. I did not expect that. I was like, especially in season 1, I was just like, "Yo, King, bro. I wonder what his power is," because throughout the fight in season 2, episode 12 against Boros, he was just sort of standing there doing nothing. What are his
Yeah,
powers? And then just start of season 2. Season 2, first episode, you're just like, King is a meme. And I'm like, come on. That has to come on. That is just, oh
it's just
my god.
just you feel bad for him, but then you
You
also
don't,
like
you can't, you don't feel bad for him because his superpower is literally summoning Saitama, dude.
his ability listed in the One Punch Man fandom is extreme luck,
His
master game,
ability, his
and
luck is like,
intimidating aura.
oh yeah, dude. He has this move called the King Beat. Okay, the
Yeah,
King Beat,
yeah, yeah.
which basically he gets super scared and his heart starts beating super
Heart
fast.
starts beating, but everybody thinks that is he.
Everybody thinks he's preparing for like a massive attack or something like that, and
Oh
he gets
man,
scared. Dude, that's like 99% luck, dude. King is just the goat. He's like the best shit ever. And the best part is, oh, and one more, we gotta introduce, like they introduced, I think, Blast, right? No, not Blast. Like I think the number one hero in S class, Blast, right?
wait, who's number one? Check, I
Yeah,
forgot.
like I forgot because Bang has a brother. I think I forgot his name.
Bong, it's not band, it's Bong.
Pong, Bang, whatever. Dude.
Bong,
Pong.
yes,
Like
Bong.
uh S class, like S
I
class
forgot
rank one,
who's
right?
S class. Who's S class rank one? Check. S
Yeah,
class
Blast.
rank one.
They just tell you the
One.
story of Blast.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay.
Like,
Okay,
yeah,
go on.
Bang's brother is called Bomb. Alright. Bang's brother is called Bomb. Fuck you.
Bong is Bong, and then Bong is Bong.
And then number one S class is Blast. And there's so many speculations about Blast, but you know what? We should like leave that to another
Blast. Oh
episode or
my
something
God.
like that. Well, that being said, we probably should conclude right now because there's
Conclude.
not
Yep.
much. Yeah, exactly. We said whatever's to be said about season 2 of
Yep.
One Punch Man.
It's
Yeah,
not like we
exactly.
have
So,
to go over Goku versus Saitama
I
story.
mean, we already know the outcome of that fight.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
Saitama wins.
Uh,
Right.
f-
So
honorable mentions, Digvijay's mention actually. Fubuki and Saitama's ship and Fubuki's Oppai.
yeah, we're gonna give you an entire list of his suggestions. Um, yes,
Um,
Booba, lots of boobs. Yes, Fubuki, talk about the lolly, the green haired kid, character development 100. Okay, and then
Character development 100 from S1 RP, S2 with RP, I have no clue. Talk about some
Bangalore,
fights in S2.
Bangalore get a bong together to blast their own ass.
Movement's power is getting chicks to ride on his dick. I mean,
Talk
sure.
about Fubuki Oppai, and Fubuki Saitama shit.
Shrek can
Those were
beat Saitama. King is God.
those
Yes.
were those were his specific words throughout the entire thing. So we're gonna include that in the video, and we're gonna give him a special commented like honorary mention. I'm probably gonna put this in the video description. But
Ah,
like yeah,
man.
that's about it. Anyway, guys,
Okay.
see you next time. That's about it for One Punch Man, and that concludes the One Punch Man segment for
Yeah.
the TNP, like the Drug Knight podcast, until further notice,
So
until it covers
we
like
shall we shall watch more anime and come back to you guys soon.
yeah, we're probably considering covering Monogatari next, but we don't know.
Let me watch it first. Let me watch
Yeah,
it. Then we
exactly. Like I'm not
or
I'm
you
not
can
going to
review it
cover it alone.
yourself. Or you can review it yourself. I mean,
No, that's just sad. Fuck you. So like yeah, I'm gonna wait for Tushar.
mono gay yourself.
Thank
Mono
you,
gay.
Dikshay, for your amazing contributions. Gay bot, gay bot, such great
Gay
comments,
bot,
Dikshay.
mono gay yourself.
Nice,
Yes.
dude.
Thank you,
Anyway,
Digvijay.
so exactly. So I'm gonna wait for Tushar to cover Monogatari, and then
Yes.
hopefully we will get to it because it's one of my favorite series. So yeah, like that's about it. See you guys next time. Yeah, peace.
Peace.